what it do you two? Look, we got another bang on the channel. Basically, Boosie is crashing out because Fredo Bang told a secret in somebody's behavior. Flago gonna break it down, so let's see what's going on with Boosie. First, he beefing with Vlad TV, all type of shit.
Boosie just lashed out on Fredo Bang on social media, going off, calling him a liar. And it's all because of this interview that Fredo Bang did on Say Cheese earlier yesterday. But Boosie and Fredo Bang issues extends far beyond just the interview as he's trying to make it. These two got some deep-rooted issues that stem from a deadly gang war that has affected and torn apart their family. During the interview, Fredo is expressing how he always wanted Boosie to embrace him, but he never really got that love from Boosie. And even now, he feels like Boosie acts funny towards him. Like when he sees Boosie, it's all love in person, but then when they're not in person, Boosie doesn't return his phone calls, he doesn't answer him. And there was a time where Boosie even gave him a number that didn't work.
Boosie, right? I know y'all had like a weird, like,
Man,
it wasn't
look,
beef, but it was just weird. I know y'all kind of.
We too grown to be giving people out here iPhone number that we don't want. Clearly, man, I'm not gonna call you like that, man. I don't mess with you. Like, this be for real. A fake number is OD.
Related, right? And y'all recently bumped into each other? Not recently, but
we bumped into each other a few times.
But I know now y'all are better than before, right?
Yeah, when he want to be.
When he want to be? So Boosie's just like, this depends on the day?
I guess so, bro. In person, he see me, we speak to each other. What up? What up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Everything should be good. And then next time, nigga give me their number, I don't holler, I don't talk to him, but then shit, dude call all us on FaceTime, he jump on the phone.
Oh, so for young boy, he jump on the phone, but for you, he don't.
Fredo's perspective really resonates, because think about it for a second. Boosie is your literal family member. He's your cousin. He's blood. However, Boosie sides with Youngboy in y'all conflict. Boosie don't really want to rock with you because he still wants to maintain the relationship with Youngboy because Youngboy is, I guess, the bigger artist.
I can see that.
If you're Fredo, you can't respect it. Like, you kind of look at that like, all right, man. As Fredo said, when I call Boosie, when I FaceTime him, when I hit him directly, he never responds. As soon as Youngboy FaceTime me and Boosie is picking up on the first ring. He don't think that's right, and that's cool. But this is progress.
He picking sides. That's what Boosie always do, because you know how Boosie got the thing about the snitching? But he'd be cool with the people that snitch, too. That had purpose.
Them even hopping on the phone, Fredo and Boosie, or even Boosie embracing Fredo in person, that's progress. Because I remember a couple years ago, Boosie wouldn't even do a show with Fredo Bang. Boosie didn't want nothing to do with Fredo Bang. A couple years ago, Fredo Bang posted on his Instagram story, real ninjas don't stop other ninjas' money no matter how much they don't like them. And this was in reference to Boosie. So Fredo Bang and Boosie and Webby was scheduled to do the same show together. For some reason, Fredo Bang gets removed from the show. The promoter tells Fredo Bang, Boosie didn't want you on the show. Fredo reposted the original flyer with him, Boosie, and Webby, and he wrote, they kicked me off this show, but that's what happens when you the most hated. He also posted a DM between him and Boosie where he told Boosie, damn, you taking food out my mouth? You can't do a show with me on it? Jeez. God. Fredo is confused, not understand. Yo, where's this animosity coming from? We're family members.
Hey, tell a nigga he can't do the show, he can't come. It's crazy. They get paid for a show, so that is taking food out they want. Because you get paid to perform, so if you didn't perform, you don't get paid.
Done nothing to you personally. Why do you hate me so much? To further let the world know that he's talking about Boosie, Fredo Bang reposted another flyer with just him and Webby on it that was slated for after the show with Boosie. So because, you know, the show with Boosie and Webby had to go on without Fredo Bang, because Boosie didn't want Fredo Bang on the show, the promoters rebooked Fredo and Webby for another show without Boosie. So Boosie was the one who wanted Fredo Bang off. Y'all are probably just as confused as Fredo Bang as to why Boosie hates him or where this animosity comes from. But to understand the current state of Fredo Bang and Boosie's relationship and why they're in this awkward spot, you have to understand the dynamic of Fredo Bang and Boosie's family, and you have to be aware of the deadly gang war that split the family apart.
He's in the airport in Atlanta. I was about to fly out. He about to fly out. I seen him, and I was like, yeah, I gotta holler at him. You feel me?
Of course.
And we just ran it and got some just like clarification on like what it was.
And what was it?
It's just a lot of history between like Baton Rouge and just like people in general.
That long history that Boosie vowed to tell Fredo Bang, that long history that Fredo Bang just said he don't know what they had going on, well, that long history started April 2nd, 2005 with the death of Ivy Smith. Ivy Smith was Boosie's partner, or as they say in Baton Rouge, Boosie partner. Right, these twos were joined at the hip. Now, Ivy Smith, he was the street dude who started rapping. Boosie was the rapper. Despite being joined at the hips like conjoined twins, money will always serve to be the surgeon that will rip them apart. Because before Ivy Smith's death, Ivy Smith believed that another popular rapper in Baton Rouge was trying to sign him and give him a very lucrative record deal. However, Boosie was not cooperating and Boosie would not pick up the phone to answer the call inquiring about Ivy Smith. But things never really got too bad, and for all intents and purposes, those two were still really close leading up to April 2nd, 2005. On the night of April 2nd, 2005, Boosie was to meet Ivy Smith at the club. Boosie was to bring him a pint of wine. So while at the club, a fight broke out, or at least a disagreement broke out, and Boosie had left the club early after that disagreement broke out.
My boy Ivy, he got killed. They followed us from the club. They killed him. Well, they killed the whole car. Everybody died in the car. Everybody.
Ivy Smith, as you guys just heard, left the club a little later. Hence, the ops were able to follow him, trail him, and eventually kill everybody in a car. Now, Ivy Smith was survived by a pregnant wife who was pregnant with Ivy Smith Jr. As you guys know, after every tragedy, loved ones would try to rationalize how they lost them, right? That's a way to cope with they lost. Now, while trying to rationalize how they lost Ivy Smith, a lot of people started to point the finger at Boosie. Rumors that Boosie lined up Ivy Smith started to spread like wildfire. Folks believed that the issues surrounding Ivy Smith being signed prior to his death, that right there incentivized Boosie to line him up. Now, Boosie obviously denied these rumors. Boosie said that wasn't true, and that kind of separated Boosie from Ivy Smith family, right? So right after Ivy Smith's death, Boosie did speak on eventually wanting to adopt Ivy Smith Jr., who was still in his mama's belly when his father passed away. However, those rumors never went away, and as Ivy Smith's nephews and sons got older, they were told the exact same thing. Boosie lined up your uncle for this exact reason. And as they got older, they became to grow resentment towards Boosie. One of those
Like, where does story come from? Like, but you never know though.
nephews being Late Yoshi.
Trill wanted to sign Ivy. Yeah, that's what it was. Trill wanted to sign Ivy. And Boosie ain't want to answer the phone. He was acting like a so I stopped with him. Then he tried to come to shenanigans and bring a nigga a pint of syrup. Then a fight broke off in the club and his ass ran out the club like a little hope.
Late Yoshi was a popular rapper coming out of Baton Rouge, and he was carrying the torch for his uncle's TDG crew that his uncle started prior to his death. Now, the issues between Late Yoshi and Boosie started to escalate. I'm talking about pretty fast. Now, Late Yoshi...
Hey, Yoshi one of them crash outs, boy. Y'all remember Yoshi in the earlier days on Instagram? Shit.
Yoshi called himself the head youngin'. But when one of Boosie's little bands came out of prison, Boosie went ahead and posted on Instagram, the real head youngin' is home. He would knight Boosie Boy B as the head youngin' in charge, and he would instantly use him to start going at Late Yoshi and all the little homies coming at him. Boosie Boy B would drop a snippet in a song eventually talking about that his uncle put $100K on Late Yoshi's head.
100 on your head, 100 on your head. Word to the ops, I just want you dead. My uncle want your head, let's soldier want your legs.
My homie on your head is crazy. Hey, that be self-snitching in these songs, bro, for sure.
How you sleep at night, we got 100 on your head.
And tell your nephews get at me. Yeah, because your nephews know what's up. Don't try to put batteries in your nephew back. Because you ain't going to send them in the field, so don't have them on that gram doing all that like they really like.
He said, you ain't for the shame, your nephew's out in that field.
Like that. Them boys ain't never seen no blood. Them boys ain't never swum with no shark.
Boosie youngins must not know his uncle's history in Baton Rouge about paying somebody to commit a hit, bro. They must not know, because if they knew, I don't think they would ever release that song. But nonetheless, Late Yoshi responded back, and he's also had another plan under his sleeve, right? He took this plan straight out of the Meek Mill handbook. Now, when Meek Mill was in a rap battle with AR Ab right-hand man, Dark Low, he went ahead and dissed Meek. Now, what Meek said was, listen, if you got your youngin' to diss you, I'll get my youngin' to diss you. So Meek Mills went ahead and had, his little cousin diss Dark Low. What Lil Yoshi did was kind of similar. He elected his little cousin, Little Ivy, to make a diss track responding back. Yes, folks, Little Ivy, the junior to Ivy Smith, aka Ivy Smith Jr., the baby who was in his mother's womb when his father got killed.
They say that I got 100 on my head. Yo, riding around the city and they scared.
This move here would hurt Boosie the most because Boosie still had love for Ivy Smith. And by default, still had love for Ivy Smith Jr., who was just a kid at the time. I believe he was like 14 or 15 years old. Now, Boosie's son would also respond back in a song of his own where he said, "I be thuggin', I don't F with them gorillas," which is a direct shot at, Fredo Bang, right? Now, Fredo Bang himself would get involved in the beef, which also confuses me as to why he doesn't know why him and Boosie got issues, right? Because Fredo Bang will, one, do a song with Lil Yoshi called Low Riding. He will also be seen riding around to the Tootie Raw TBG diss track, sarcastically calling it the hottest song out right now. Despite in 2022, Fredo Bang being remorseful, Lil Yoshi being in jail, I don't think
The nigga just trolling.
Boosie is in a rush right now to reconcile with Fredo Bang.
You guys ever link up and maybe do a record? I know that there might be some politics behind that. There might.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of like people we can't talk about over.
Right.
You know that I stand on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing he done did. It's just some people affiliated with him.
Lil Yoshi being certified in the streets, it's safe to say that a couple of bodies probably got dropped, and that's why Boosie will never, ever, ever work with a TBG artist. Boosie is still carrying his animosity, and it's not something that Fredo Bang did, as he just said, but Fredo Bang is guilty by association. But Fredo Bang is trying to tell Boosie, bro, we family, man, we cousins. Like, that ain't my business, right? You can't hold that against me. But Boosie is still fostering some fake animosity. So which is why when Fredo Bang is doing his interview, he's being completely honest. He's saying, there's some progress here, but it's not enough progress because he's still acting weird towards me.
Try to take some call him out there. Let's do some music. He'll never respond.
Nigga say he'll never respond.
Like I got a FaceTime dude on the phone to get him on the phone.
Jeez.
But hey, man, I'm still happy. I love his music too, man. I would love to work with him one day.
And y'all are related through marriage, right?
I know his grandma give us in some shit. Everybody be related. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of cousins and fucking. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I'm a big fan. I grew up on your music, dog. You know what I'm saying? I did a song with one of my idols, Gates. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And you don't have one record with Boosie. Your own cousin.
I got a fake number.
He gave you a fake number?
Ain't never read.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, dog.
My mama didn't give me a number.
Fake numbers all day.
My mama didn't give me a number that ain't never read.
Nah.
If Fredo Bang would have said this about a year or two ago, he probably wouldn't have gotten a response. Boosie probably wouldn't have been tripping or even mad. But Boosie is currently in a state of mind, especially after the DJ Vlad thing happened, where he's on edge. He feels like there's this grand conspiracy against him, and he's going off on anybody who speaks his name. So when Fredo Bang said this and this went viral, Boosie dropped a video. Now, Boosie not only went off on Fredo Bang, but he called Say Cheese a clown and said Say Cheese is messy for asking Fredo Bang that question.
Fredo, bro. You gotta stop with the false narratives and ain't no truth in what you said, bro. You never had to get YB to call me and I answered the phone, bro. You know that, bro. When we was all on FaceTime that day, bro. YB and Gates called me. They added you in the call, bro. You popped up. They added you on the call. Nobody never said they was calling you or nothing, bro. They added you on the call. And I was when I saw you on the call, bro, because I ain't never getting on a phone call with my old bro. But to
Nah, see, he want to play the hood shit so to the burn. He said, I would never got a phone my old eye. So that's why you felt some type of way? Hey, this nigga Boosie is messy, nigga.
You gotta stop with the false narrative.
It's messy,
ain't
bro.
Nothing, ain't no truth in what you said, bro. You never had to get YB to call me and I answered the phone, bro. You know that, bro. When we was all on FaceTime that day, bro. YB and Gates called me. They added you in the call, bro. You popped up. They added you on the call. Nobody never said they was calling you or nothing, bro. They added you on the call. And I was when I saw you on the call, bro, because
I was effed up when I seen you on the call.
me, I ain't never getting on a phone call with my old bro.
Come on, you can't do that, bro. It's called maturity, bro.
But to say that, that's why I answered the phone, because you got YB to call me. There ain't no truth in that, bro. Ain't no truth in that, bro. Then to say that, when I see you, I be like, what up, cuz? Like, come on, man. Like, man, bro. If you gonna go on a podcast, bro, tell the truth, bro. Don't lie on me, man. You know, matter of fact, just don't say nothing about me, bro. You know what them podcasters be trying to do, bro. Don't feed into that shit, bro. Them people messy as man. Don't feed into that shit, bro.
You said
Man, don't
messy.
feed into that shit. Man, don't take that bait from them clowns, bro.
So did you get this nigga a fake number or not, Boosie? I don't think niggas are lying. Just like, man, hey, I hit the phone. It didn't do no fucking ringing.
But I ain't gonna let you lie on my name, bro. Like, oh, bro, you did not get YB to call me, and that's why I answered the phone.
Boosie's response is the equivalent to somebody accusing somebody of robbing them, pushing them to the ground, and then stealing their wallet and running away. And then the person who's being accused of punching a person, pushing them to the ground, robbing them, and taking their wallet, responding back with, nah, cuz, you can't lie me like that, cuz, I didn't run away, cuz. Nah, cuz, I walked off. Nah, you can't be doing that, cuz. Nah, you can't be telling these people I ran away, cuz, I walked off, cuz. That's like the most irrelevant part of the story. Like the relevant part of the story here is Fredo Banks saying, Boosie, you're not embracing him and you guys as family and you've been acting weird towards him. That's the relevant part of the story. The fact that you skip over that part and ignore that part, cuz, like I've been acting weird towards you, but like when young boy FaceTime you, cuz, like, bro, I was on the phone first. It's like, all right, bro. That's the most irrelevant part of the story. The part of the story is, why do you give this man a fake number? Why haven't you been embracing this? Like, why don't you rock with him? Right? Like, why are you holding something against him that he had nothing to do with?
You got added on a phone call, and nobody never said they was calling you or nothing. You just popped up on there, bro. And that's the truth, man. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth, Fredo, man. Don't. Ain't no truth in what you said, bro. Like, ain't no truth in that, man. You know that, bro.
But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? Do y'all feel like Fredo Bank got a point against Boosie? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out how the David situation.
How y'all feel about that? Nah, I just feel like they not on birth same terms, you know, thinking the same way type shit. It's like, I don't know, bro. But your cousin, how you supposed to be towards your cousin? Yeah? Mutual. I feel like they both successful. He not a cousin that's like leeching. You feel me? He successful. He got some rep towards his name, so it's like, why not? But he reflected, it was like, man, I wouldn't got on the phone with my op type shit. Like, dang, come on, bro. Don't you want them ending the bloodshed? That's insane. That's insane. But hit the like button, comment down below, 3 shots of film. See you on the next video.